How about you? I'm Hank. Welcome to Hamiltonville Farm. What do you need? Do you need a box blade, a land plane, or a rear blade? Let's talk about it in this video. We're actually going to go over the rear blade, the land plane, and the box blade all in this video. Each one serves its purpose and each one has a good use, but we're going to see which one is the best one for you to buy, or if you need to buy all three of them. Of course, we've partnered with Homestead Implements here on our channel. I'll leave their website and discount codes below. They have discounts for my viewers, and of course if you're a U.S. veteran, they have some discounts there too. But we're going to talk about what we need the rear blade for, what we need the land plane for, and then what we need the box blade for. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to start with the box blade. And you say, well, why are you going to start with the box blade? Because that's the one that's on the tractor. All right, let's get started. I did a video a few weeks back called Why Box Blade Should Be Your First Implement. I do think that it should be on the top of the list for either your first or second implement when you buy a tractor. This is a heavy-duty Pinnacle Series box blade from Homestead. I only recommend getting a heavy-duty box blade. Don't buy a standard-duty box blade. You're just going to get mad at yourself. You're going to blame the manufacturer for making a product that, you know, you're going to beat and bang and bend or whatever. Just get a heavy duty. Spend the extra $100, $200, whatever it is. Get a heavy duty box blade. The box blade, make sure that you have replaceable blades. This is the rear blade here. Now, some people call these box scrapes, but we're going to call it box blades. But you also have an interior blade as well. So make sure that these blades are reversible. You can change them out if they wear or whatever, especially if you're going to do a lot of gravel work. Now, also, your box blade, you're going to want your box blade to come with ripper shanks. Some of them have a hydraulic setup that's pretty high speed, but these here are adjustable. There's different type of attachment systems. Some have grooves, like a tongue and groove type scenario. Some have different type of hitch pins. So just do all your homework on how you want your ripper shanks to attach. But I recommend getting ripper shanks on your box blade because you're going to be able to do a lot of work with those shanks either up or down. Now in today's video, we're actually going to keep the ripper shanks up on the land plane and on the box blade. But let's talk about what we're going to do with the box blade. Let's go ahead and get to where I'm going to show it in use, and I'll tell you why I'm picking this particular area to start with on the box blade. I picked this particular stretch of road in our property because I want to show you how the road actually goes into, it washes out in the center of it down here. But let's talk about the box blade just a little bit more. Having a hydraulic top link on your box blade is killer. I mean, it really helps out a lot. So putting a hydraulic top link on there, it allows you to adjust how aggressive that rear blade's going to cut, or if you got the ripper shanks down, how deep they'll go. But I highly recommend a hydraulic top link as well. Good thing about a box blade is you can use it to move dirt. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take this dirt here and we're going to move it. And you can see as we pull it down here, I'm going to fill in these holes. You can see here is a hole, and you can see how it's kind of washed out down the middle of the road here. So I can take a box blade and be able to fill those holes in by dragging the dirt from a position A down to position B, and we can fill in these holes that way. That land plane's not going to do that for you. You can do it with a rear blade, but you're not going to do as much dirt, or you can't finesse it with a rear blade like you can a box blade. So let me go in here, let me drag some down, and I'll show you what it looks like. Now what you can also do is you can tilt your box blade, or you can angle your box blade to help shape the road like a crown of some sort. Now you can see that you can pull that dirt into that hole, and then you can also see how the rear blade was able to push back, kind of help finesse it. So this video is not going to be 14 hours long or whatever, but you could spend hours working on this. The problem is that you got to create ditches. I'm just pulling dirt into this hole right now, and guess what? After it rains next time, it's going to do the exact same thing until I get the crown fixed and I get the drainage fixed. But you can see that this hole was actually, now it's filled in with this dirt, because I was able to take that box blade and pull that dirt with that box blade, because that box blade confines that dirt into that container and pulls it where you need it to be. And I'm telling you, you spend time out here angling your 3-point hitch system, using your hydraulic top link or adjusting your manual top link, and you can really get this thing looking really good. But the box blade is not the only implement that can do work like this. Let's go ahead and let's swap the box blade out, and let's put the land plane on, and let's talk about it for a minute. Now that we've got the land plane hooked up, we'll talk about the differences. Now, keep in mind that I've got sandy clay soil here in Florida, and so that's what we use the box blade for. So, you know, if you're up north in some rocky conditions or whatever, the box blade is another great example of where to use that to pull that rock and stone, you know, from one place to the other, or fix holes. But we have gravel in our driveway here, so we're going to use the land plane. Something with all these implements is you really need to start at kind of a neutral position, I guess you'd say, so that it's level front to back and side to side. And so if you look at my land plane here, you can see that I'm just a tick high on the left side of the tractor. So I will adjust that by using the turnbuckle here on my lift arm on my 3-point hitch system. But I am level front to back, and now what I'll do is I'll level it side to side. Okay, so I'll do that by adjusting my 3-point hitch. Okay, now it looks like my left side and my right side are good. Now this land plane for a minute. What you essentially have is 2 blades here. The first one is going to cut, and then the second one's going to level out the surface that you're working on. And so they're angled. You're going to want a land plane that, again, it's heavy duty, that's got reversible blades, it's got replaceable blades. This one's got replaceable skid shoes on them. So you're going to want to buy a product like a Homestead Implements product that's really thought about the design of the land plane itself. So let's go ahead and let's get down my driveway. Now, one thing about the ripper shanks in the land plane is if you have an old driveway of some sort that's got gravel in it, then you can take these ripper shanks down and you can kind of revive that gravel, I guess you would say, by putting these ripper shanks down, going through it, kind of digging up that gravel, and then using the blades in the land plane to kind of level it out. I'm not in that bad a shape yet. The only thing about a land plane is, well, not the only thing, but one thing about a land plane is it doesn't crown very good. This is a 7-foot wide land plane, and so if I adjusted it left or right, tilted it, it doesn't crown as good as a box blade would do or a rear blade would do. It's made for driveway maintenance and road maintenance, basically. So let's go ahead and let's get on this gravel driveway of mine, and let's get the land plane, and let me show you how it works. This is what I want to show you in my driveway here. You can see here I've got a washout on the side of the driveway here where water has kind of went down here. Now this rock is still in good shape here, so I don't need my ripper shanks to dig it out, but you can see that this washout right here, that land plane is not going to be ideal for covering or for fixing that problem in my driveway. That's more of a box blade problem there, because that box blade will bring that dirt and that rock and fill in the holes there. This is basically just used to level out your driveway, kind of keep it refreshed and rejuvenated. So you're going to have more versatility with a box blade, but if you're going to be doing driveway maintenance, this is the tool you need to buy. So watch the rock fill in with this front blade and then kind of level out with the back blade. You can really finesse this land plane to get you a nice smooth driveway. I was able to adjust my top link up and down to adjust the aggressiveness of the blades in the back of the land plane. And you can lower and raise the 3-point lift system or hitch system in order to get just to get it as smooth as you could possibly get it. So this land plane is perfect for gravel driveways. I can hit this gravel driveway of mine, you know, once a month, once every other month, and it'll stay as smooth as a baby's butt. So I really, you know, gravel driveway maintenance, land plane is your best choice. Got one more implement to show you, so let's go talk about the rear blade. One good thing about this Pinnacle rear blade, some people call it a rear blade, some people call it a scraper blade. There's a couple different names for it or whatever. Some people use this for dirt, some people use it for snow. It's real popular for the snow. Most all your rear blades are going to be adjustable, you know, left and right like this, and of course you can adjust the 3-point hitch for your angle, which we're going to do here in just a second. Couple things about this Homestead rear blade. Comes with a kickstand. You can pull it up, secure it with your pin. If I can find the hole, get in there. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to take our tools and we're going to offset this blade to the right of the tractor because we're going to cut a ditch with it. Let me show you how to do that. When you adjust the offset of your rear blade, you take a 3/4 inch socket or wrench, whatever you got, kind of loosen it up on the top. Loosen them up here on the top, and then you're going to have to take the ones out on the bottom and reposition them. Now that I got all the bolts out that I need to get out, I can slide this blade over and line up the holes again. And find the holes where they go. Like so. And now I have an offset on my rear blade. A lot of people will use this technique to plow snow with so they can get around their sidewalks and curbs and stuff. I don't have that problem down here in Florida. Now that we've got the offset where we want it, I'm going to take that turnbuckle on that 3-point arm. I'm going to twist it, and I'm going to put this edge down so that I can cut a ditch with this rear blade. If you want to get into the weeds on it, I've got videos on each implement, and you can go back and look at those. This is kind of a 101 box blade versus land plane versus rear blade type video for you. So let's get this angled, and let's cut a ditch with it. Now I've got the aggressiveness that I want on this rear blade. Let's go up here and see if we can cut a ditch with it. Putting the tip of that rear blade into that sand like that allows me to drag that ditch this way. Now what I'll simply do is I leveled up my rear blade now. I'll just turn around and kind of get, not necessarily the crown, but I'll dig some of this excess back up to fill in some of those holes. But you can really make a nice crown when you angle that blade like that. Box blade versus land plane versus rear blade, they all serve their purposes. If you're going to be moving a lot of dirt from one position to another, filling in a lot of holes, and a little more versatility, get a box blade. If you're going to be doing a lot of gravel driveway maintenance or dirt road maintenance, get a land plane. If you're going to be pushing snow, pulling snow, cutting ditches, consider a rear blade. I actually had all three hooked up to the quick hitch because of the video. I wanted to swap them out very quickly. Whatever you choose to buy, make sure you check out homesteadimplements.com. They got some great American-made products that I think you'll like, and always use the discount codes below. That'll help you save some money, get some fast free shipping. You guys take care. God bless.